no graphics at all, the Marco Polo thing, or just super minimal graphics like the 4-color comic thing, whatever. The basic idea is that it's kind of like a drum circle where there's a whole bunch of people, maybe 10 to 15 players, all sitting local multiplayer. And so we would do this by having a bunch of Xbox controllers, say 4 Xbox controllers. But each person is only using one hand. The things in the pattern that have to be, whatever we're jamming, we have to start being consistent about it. Right? So if I go da 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 da, then I better do that on the next beat, right? Da, 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 da. And if I'm off from that, then I'm not sort of building up this resonance of consistency of getting into the zone with my instrument. And then of course it all has to be rhythmic or something, so it's kind of a rhythm game. And then the idea is, I don't know exactly what the end condition would be or the goal, but effectively there are a lot of feedbacks we could give, either audio, like non-rhythmic things like this slow swelling of strings as we start converging on something that's cool and consistent, or even like the slow progressive rumble of the controllers that, you know, as haptic feedback or something like that. And then we could maybe even have something where if you're doing something and you miss, it would be nice for the game to just sort of teach you by, oh, I guess I'm doing it wrong. And then you start doing it, and then it sort of gives you a sense of you're doing it right. So I don't know if that would be visual like, feedback or...
Something like where if you're consistently off the beat, it'll start rumbling in time to kind of give you a bit of a tip.
Right. It's giving you a nudge or a complaint. And you can use like, yeah, or like the low frequency control rumble is like the nice purring rumble, and then the high frequency one is like slapping on the wrist.
Are the controllers like a PlayStation Move?
So no, just literally 4 Xbox controllers where you have 3 different people have their hands on each controller. So you're just a pile of hands. That's ritual.
The others? So my working title is called Colorbirds. I'm more of a writer, designer kind of guy. My buddy's a programmer. The idea, to start with a little bit of story, that's what I do. So long ago, when the world was young, a village of birds was charged with preserving all the colors of the forest using their magic song. Over time, the true song was lost and color drained from the land, leaving the woods in black and white. One day, during the daily performance of the magic song, a young bird changed the order in which he sang. He heard the flowers and trees humming snippets of melody out in the woods, and he wanted to improvise them together. The elders, naturally, were furious, and they immediately banished the fledgling to the darkest parts of the woods, but then, the next morning, the color blue came back to the forest. So the idea, it would be like a 2D side-scroller, all in black and white, very simple lines, you know, maybe like 30 style animations, kind of what I'm thinking for the graphics. The goal would be to hit 5 levels, you know, in each section of the forest. There's sort of like one color that's preserved, so you got red, orange, yellow, green, and violet. Forget indigo. And so as you kind of explore through the level, you know, maybe like little flowers or trees or something is like humming or singing or doing something part of the song. And you kind of collect them, put them in the right order, and then at sunset, at the end of the level, if you sing the song the right way, then that color comes back. And so just bring all the color back to the game. That's cool. So.
Anybody else?
So our game is called Taken Back. So the idea I had was, it starts off in a chat room. And you're just chatting with one of your friends. It goes and gives you a prompt, you know, hey, you know, what's up? And then, you know, music's playing, and then it goes silent. And after a few seconds, it just snaps black, and you're taken back in time by some ancient ritual that the words to it were what you just wrote last. And so the whole idea is it's a sort of puzzle game where you're supposed to go and try and find out what the ritual is and go and do it, and then you'll be transported back to your time, and that's the end game. Yeah.
Just to rearrange the words? You have to figure out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Once, twice. Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe an Easter egg in our game is you can draw Doge fast enough.
Me and my friends and families made this up while we're eating dinner today. It'll kind of either be, we kind of branch two ideas. It would be a witch, and you have to go around a top-down kind of Zelda version, you call it like level, and collect various items like dog tails or like snake skin or something like that, in order to make it in time for before the moon eclipses, which is your time limit, so it'll be a time dungeon. And you collect the items you can, or time runs out, the more items you have, the more score you have. So it's kind of like, I guess, a mobile kind of idea where you have to collect things and the higher score the more you get and go to the next level. So very kind of simple, maybe to a mobile phone game. And the other idea that branched off into was like a 2D side-scroll adventure thing where you have to go around and collect. You still have the time limit moon eclipsing, but you have to go around and collect power-ups. And you collect power-ups as fast as you can before you're eventually taken to a boss, or where you are in a dungeon. You're taken to a boss, you have to fight the boss with the power-ups you have. And you have to try and survive as long as you can.
So, what do you call it? Do you know?
Linear limit, time limit.
Nice.
I like blue.
Alliteration's good.
Anybody? Somebody in the hall? All right, so what we've done in the past is for about 10 minutes or so, 5 or 10 minutes, you can come and figure out which team you want to be on and use the various markers just to put your name underneath one of the teams. If you kind of already have a team, shame on you for forming teams before you got the game. But obviously, if you can, invite other people on your team, encourage them to help you, or maybe join another team or freelance, for example. So if you want to put your name on one or two, that'd be great. You don't have to put your name under your own idea, although it'd be nice. That way you could be the production manager for it. It does take off. Unless anybody has any objections to this form of progression here. We'll take the next 5, 10 minutes or so, and you can write your names up on the board and see what you're interested in. Some more interaction. This is an awkward thing that we do.